Welcome back to my Road to Completion Guide for Dark Souls 3. This is episode 24, and we're finally going to explore one of the new areas that I've been teasing since we started New Game Plus. Okay, that's going to happen around the 23-minute mark of this video. Just to be exact, it's going to be 23 minutes and 46 seconds. We have to pick up a few rings, a miracle, and then of course we need to kill another boss, which is going to give you guys a trophy, and all that stuff is going to be brand new, the area and the boss. So I'll come back in with strategies and full details about that area, so just stay tuned for that. In the meantime, just enjoy the gameplay, and I'll talk to you guys then. So congratulations for getting this far, guys. I know that I haven't been able to do commentary for these past few episodes. There's really been no reason for me to do any commentary, so it's good to be back and talking with you guys. We have a new area to explore. We're going to come over here to the bridge. If you haven't already knocked it down, of course, go ahead and knock it down. I told you guys this back in New Game when we had to kill that NPC, that once you knock this bridge down, you're able to climb down, and there's a new area down here. Now, of course, in New Game, we didn't have to come down this way, but now we do. We have to pick up some rings and, of course, a miracle, kill a boss, stuff like that. So just make sure you guys break the bridge, climb down. We can actually skip this enemy over here by casting Hidden Body. You guys are very familiar with this routine at this point, I'm sure. There we go. Just go ahead and bypass all these enemies. We don't need any of the items in this room. We're going to keep going all the way down the stairs, and then straight ahead is going to be an item. We need that item. It's the Witch's Ring. That's going to be your 74th ring out of 107. Go ahead and grab that. Now, there's going to be an enemy behind you sometimes. Sometimes I guess they'll chase you from the other room, I should say. If they're there, you can, of course, hit them and knock them down and kill them if you need to. But if you guys can make it over here to the bonfire and rest, they'll just disappear. You guys know they'll just despawn. Now you guys are ready for the brand new area. This area is called Smouldering Lake. It's very tricky because we have a ballista that's going to be firing at us the entire time we're in the water. Now, it's not like Farron Keep where it's swampy through here. You guys remember in Farron Keep, it's very swampy. You had to roll and stuff like that, and it just bogged you down right when you were trying to run through there. At least in this area, the water is so shallow that you can just keep sprinting or rolling through with ease. But you can see the Hidden Body is really not doing anything against the ballista. It's still firing at me. The reason why I cast it is because there's a worm to the left that we're going to have to kill in a second. And I just didn't want it to spawn in early because I didn't want to, get attacked from both sides, right? So just cast Hidden Body there just for safety. Then stand in front of this cracked wall. Basically just lining yourself up with the ballista. You can see that you're going to take some damage there. Keep your shield up. But after you take the damage, the ballista projectile keeps going. And it's going to basically go through you and hit the wall and break the wall. Behind that wall is the speckled Stoneplate ring. That's going to be your 75th ring out of 107. And now we need to kill the worm that I was telling you guys about earlier. Just keep trying to avoid that ballista as much as possible. I like to stay close to this tree over here, to these roots. Just like that, and then you guys can avoid the lightning coming off of the worm as well if you stay behind these roots. Just kind of keep your distance. You see how I'm just hugging these roots over here to the right? I just want to get behind the worm. Once you guys get behind the worm, you're completely safe. And what we're going to do is set up behind this mound up here. I'll show you that. There's some rocks. I'll show you once I get set up. You'll see that there's some rocks on the mound. You see them? 1, 2, 3, 4. You look straight ahead. I'm just kind of in between rock number 2 and rock number 3. You guys can see that. That's about where you want to stand. And what's going to happen is the ballista is going to keep trying to hit you, but you're putting the worm in between you and the ballista. The ballista is going to start doing damage to the worm and eventually kill the worm. And when that happens, you guys are going to pick up another miracle called Lightning Stake. And that's going to be your 28th miracle out of 35. And this should be the last hit. You guys will see you'll automatically get the lightning stake added to your inventory. There it is. You're also going to get an undead bone shard, but we've already popped that trophy, so that item is really not needed for us. Go ahead and set up a safety save because we're about to fight a boss. You can see the flygate over there to the left. But before we fight the boss, I want you guys to summon a phantom. Notice the ballista is still shooting at me, okay? The reason why is because it was shooting at the worm, because it was trying to get to me, right? The worm is dead, but just because the worm died doesn't mean that it magically forgot where I was. I'm still standing behind the mound, in view of the ballista. So you want to come over here and get some cover behind this rock and wait a few seconds so that the ballista forgets where you are for a brief moment, just long enough for you guys to go over there and summon the phantom. Then you want to run back to the rock and wait for the phantom to enter your world. When you guys see that, you're all clear to go inside the fog gate, and now you don't have to worry about the ballista anymore. And this is one of the brand new boss fights I was telling you guys about. Once we defeat this boss, we're going to be picking up a trophy called Old Demon King. We're going to use the same strategy that we used back at the Abyss Watchers for Pontiff, All we're going to do is let the phantom run around and draw the aggro from the boss, and then all we're going to do is just sit back and fire off our crystal soul spears. You guys should have no problem defeating this boss. Once you guys are done with this, make sure you set up a safety save, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Be good.